Match day 2 is here of the UCL Fantasy. We are the champions. I wish I could sing it. I'm your man, Kat. This is Fantasy Football G. We're going to take a look at match day 2. Who are the key players to bring in, the key fixtures to target, and we're also going to talk about captaincy. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. First things first, ladies and gentlemen. Let us take a look at how he did. 86 points. Now, you would think on a regular week, damn, Cap, that's very good. But I didn't captain Harry Kane. Oh no. Meanwhile, these guys been killing it in the Bundesliga, and they had a very good fixture. And here I was talking about Mbappe, who disappointed. On top of that, the man is injured, if you guys don't know. So he is a transfer that you will have to make. But yeah, just wanted to highlight Fantasy Football G League over here. We got Flex City FC coming in first there, having captain in Harry Kane. Feel Free Foden at number 2 as well. With 116 Bloaty Blades, FPL RSD as well at number 4. Larry Nongrum. What up, Larry? Good, man. Good. Everybody there in the top 5 captaining Harry Kane. I envy you guys. Absolutely envy you guys. Now, Bob's your uncle came in at number 6, my man. Merchandiser at number 7. I came in at number 9, but I have to mention Captain Tsubasa. Tsubasa. Can't see what the full name is there, but he got another full name. But yeah, guys, that is the top 9. Oh, sorry, top 10. My brother came in at the top 10. Well done, chaps. Well done, chaps. I only mention who's in the top 10. But yeah, he's all right. Shame he's not having the best of seasons really. But I might just take the double on him. But we'll see. We'll see. Now, yeah, that's how I did. I think Yamal came in for me because I brought him in. He was, of course, starting on the bench playing last and got that goal, which is really good. Elise, I think the assets from Bayern Munich are definitely ones that I should be bringing in more. Disappointed in Barcola, but Girona is a good team, and I think we should have seen that as well, despite the fact that a lot of their good players from last season had left. Yeah, the defense as well for Arsenal pulled through. Raya coming in with a penalty save. Gabriel as well getting some points there, and Timber too. Barcelona disappointing with not getting that clean sheet, but Rudiger coming through for me as well. So that was really good. And then Haaland as well, disappointing. So that mentioned, let's take a look at what changes I am looking to make. Now, I think the first things first I want to do is talk about which are the key fixtures to actually target here going into this Champions League, right? Okay, thank you for that notification. So let's just talk about that, because for me, I feel like going through the weeks, you get 2 free transfers, and if you don't want a wild card just yet, it is very early. I think you should be looking at the fixtures first every single time, seeing and rating teams and creating your own fixture difficulty to be able to really target teams and then pick players from those teams. So, for example, knowing that I think Inter Milan has got a very good defense considering how they actually played against Man City, as well as also in the league, they've also got a very good defense. If you just take a look at some of the teams in the league, I use an app called OneFootball. This is not a sponsor, but I'm just mentioning you how I do my research basically, and I just take a look at how some of the teams are actually doing, and I picked up that they actually got a very great defense, and that how they performed against Man City is actually a very good indicator. So, having said that, Arsenal's going against PSG, who Ousmane Dembele is not in the squad, and that is a huge hit. They're not necessarily going to be at full strength in the attack, but they're still a formidable team. So I am looking to at least get Timber out and get a better defensive player in there. And I think Inter Milan is definitely an asset I can look at, because they're playing a team whose name I'm not going to butcher. but with due respect, I think Inter Milan is a more superior team from that team. So that is definitely a fixture to target when it comes to more defensive team as well as an attacking. I think not Lilian Thuram, Marcus Thuram, Lilian Thuram's son, from what I know. He has been in good form in himself. I think he's got 6 goals from 6 in the league. So he's somebody you could definitely bring in place of Mbappe, and there we go. I could have my two transfers in, but I'm going to be looking. I think you got Barcelona against Young Boys, and Barcelona's playing at home. I got 2 assets from there, so Lewandowski is definitely somebody that I could bring in from there as well. I think I should consider that. Yeah, I should consider that. I don't know, man. It's not the same old Lewandowski. I guess it's not he's not playing for Bayern anymore. It's a different team, different way of playing. But Barca have been actually doing very well. So yeah, I think he's somebody I can definitely consider in the fixtures. Don't mind me skipping over some fixtures. I just don't want to waste your time. Quite frankly, talking about fixtures we should stay away from, because we can't necessarily have a rating between two teams where we feel like one is not ultimately superior. Like, for example, Leverkusen and Milan. I think both great teams, but not a fixture that you really want to be meddling with, because you know very well an outcome there can be very close. So it really makes it tricky to figure out which assets that you should be going for from there. I think with the Dortmund versus Celtic, Scottish League it's okay. No disrespect to the Scottish League, it's not necessarily like the German league. I think they would struggle against Dortmund, but I think they could pull a freak result there in itself. But I think Emre Can being a defensive asset that could actually, who's also on penalties, is also actually a very good asset to actually own there. So these are some key players that I'm mentioning in terms of fixtures as well. So I think that's definitely someone that you could look at. He also got some good points actually in Game Week 1 as well. Yeah, I would look at him in a defensive role there essentially. And then Arsenal, PSG, that's not a fixture we should be looking at. We're not going to waste our time. Man City versus Bratislava. And I think that is a fixture we can definitely look at. The issue there is we're just not sure who he's going to bring in. I am thinking about a Foden. I think this is a place where he can definitely get a lot of minutes. So I think he's a key player, considering that he got a few minutes in the second half against that Newcastle fixture. And I think him being eased in, I think with Kevin De Bruyne out, I think he'll definitely start this game, in my opinion, because he will be able to give other players a rest who played in the midweek. And yeah, I think he's also going to be ready and locked and loaded to actually go in this game here. So he's definitely an asset I'm looking at playing. Yeah, that's definitely an asset I'm looking at playing. Then going into day 2, which is Wednesday, I also liked Juventus's defense. Now I've already got one, and they're playing RB Leipzig. I just feel like I'm covered there. The attack, I don't know. Vlahovic hasn't necessarily been all that promising, in my opinion. So that's somebody I'm not really looking to bring in at all. I think if you're going to bring in Juventus, they also, in my opinion, have had a very good defensive start to their league as well. So they're definitely a team that you could start bringing in. I mean, hey, it's Italian defending, guys. Italian defending. Then Liverpool versus Bologna. Attacking assets there, yes, but I wouldn't disregard Bologna. Yes, they lost their coach and they lost a big defender of theirs as well, but they made it in the Champions League. Look what Girona did as well, having lost a lot of good players. They're holding up PSG, and they just lost, but still, I think they can put up a fight. Bologna can put up a fight. Going up other games to maybe target, I would stay away from the Monaco and Dynamo fixture. Real Madrid struggled. They got a draw in the previous league game. Mbappe is injured. I mean, this Lille essentially is not. Real Madrid is more superior, fine. But considering how Madrid is on and off, it's hard to tell really who is the best assets, to really be bringing in and working with. I think Vinicius Junior is a very good option to replace him. Definitely without even thinking twice. But I think there's better opportunities elsewhere, in my opinion. So I would still stay away as well from the Aston Villa game in Bayern Munich. I think Aston Villa being back at home, first Champions League back at home, they haven't been in the Champions League for a while, and they're welcoming a big team. This is what the fans are there for. I think that is going to be a cagey game, and Aston Villa week in, week out play that type of fixture difficulty with like the big guns, So I think they're going to be up for that game. They might just draw, but I think Bayern Munich can pull a win there, in my opinion. So yeah, that's my thing. Now I think let's talk about captaincy, because there are 2 days essentially here. So Mbappe would have been my day 2 captaincy option. Right now it's going to be on Haaland, and Haaland is going to be my captaincy option. So now for me, it's more about trying to figure out who's going to be a great captain on the second night. So with Mbappe, being an option to go out, I would transfer Barcola out because he's playing a very difficult fixture, in my opinion. And I would play Mbappe out. So I'm looking at a Salah here, just so that I could captain him in the second day against Bologna. The reason why is because they're playing at home. So I think Salah is a good option, in my opinion. And let me just change the dates here as well. I think Salah's a good option here. And if I do that, that leaves me with 8 million. And so let's see what strikers, if I apply a filter on there and I say forwards, which are 8 million. See, there's Vlahovic there that comes in. I would definitely want somebody on the second day as well. So Alvarez is somebody, let's go according to points. Let's see. Gilda's played very well. He's actually a good option. Honestly, he's actually a good option. But I've got a day 2. I guess I could play a day 1. I could get all my strikers playing on day 1. How about my keepers are both playing on different days. That's actually pretty fine. That's pretty good. I've got 4 midfielders playing on day 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess I could put a day 1. There are a few 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I could get a few playing on day 1. So maybe even a Liverpool striker. Nunes. I get Nunes or Watkins. Watkins at home. Who would his next fixtures be? I think that's what's more important as well. So Bologna at home. He's got 2 home fixtures as well. And he's been performing. He's been scoring goals as well. I think Watkins is a good call, guys. I think Watkins is a good call. Yeah. So I'm going to monitor that. I'm not going to make those fixtures though. I'm going to make those transfers. I am going to monitor that, but I think these are 2 good transfers that I could be making right now, apart from all the other key players that I've mentioned and targeting the fixtures as well. That is what I think honestly is best. And I think if you guys want to check out what else I'm cooking up in FPL, then you guys can check out that video over there. But otherwise, good luck for match day 2, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.